Hello YouTube, my name is Josh and I want to welcome you to our channel. So Flickstiq is all about game streaming and cloud gaming, and today we're here to talk about the equipment that you need to actually take advantage of game streaming. So this applies both to local streaming and streaming from the cloud. So let's start with the basics. If you're going to be streaming just at home, meaning that you're not leaving, you're not doing it from the cloud, then you'll need your own gaming PC. So you need something that's capable of running the games that can stream it to something else. There's a lot of good examples of gaming PCs that you can buy. So like HP Omen and stuff like that are pre-built that you can buy today and have that ready to go. You could also save a little bit of money and just build your own. And there's a lot of other videos out there that talk about getting that all set up. But that's the first thing if you're doing it from home. Now in either case, if you're streaming from home or streaming from the cloud, you need something to stream to. So some examples would be like your iPhone. You could use just your iPhone, stream from a local computer or from the cloud, and there's quite a few apps that will actually let you play PC games on the iPhone. Now you could step that up and go with something like a tablet. So this is a Nexus 7 second generation tablet, and it's an awesome game streaming device. It supports dual band Wi-Fi, has a really nice looking screen, and handles game streaming just fine. So this is a great example of something else that would be a good choice. Now if you wanted to go a little bit heavier, you could go all the way to the top and get something like a Surface Pro. So this is the Surface Pro second generation, and it's probably my absolute favorite game streaming client. So I can hook this up to the TV, I can play just on the screen, and it's amazing. It has great networking, it has a great screen, and it's extremely flexible. I can play this really anywhere that I want. And the screen size is ideal, has a great dock that goes with it. So this is another good example of something that you could stream to. Now, streaming to something is just one side of the equation. You also need to control it. So something like this is great. So this is an example of an iOS controller from Mad Catz. It's called the CTRLI. And you could clip that phone in there. It expands and lets you put it in there. And it feels just like an Xbox 360 controller, really high quality, and it's just awesome. So this is an example that works with iOS, so with an iPad or an iPhone. There's other examples just like this for Android. They actually have one just like this for Android called the CTRLR. Looks exactly the same, just for Android devices. Now you could use this with a tablet, so you don't necessarily need to clip into it, and it's really great. I personally find that controllers are ideal for game streaming because when you think about how you're going to use it, you're often going to be doing it remotely, right? Like you're going to take your device to a friend's house, or you're going to be in a hotel, or on the bus, or headed to school, or many other examples where you're going to be doing that remotely. And you need something portable to go with those portable experiences. So the controller is ideal. You could choose something like the Xbox 360S controller that supports Bluetooth. I mean, the sky's the limit, but there's a lot of great options when it comes to controlling your experience. Now, the last piece of the equation is your network, right? So your network is really important, especially at home. So if you're streaming from one device to another, it has to go through this router to the other device. And that can be through Ethernet or it can be through Wi-Fi. Now, if you're going to do it through Wi-Fi, make sure your router supports 5 gigahertz. So this Netgear is a great example of a router that does support 5 gigahertz. It is wireless AC, which is the current gen of Wi-Fi, and it's a great choice. And I'll put a link to that in the bottom. So these are just examples. Your router is probably capable as well. If it's not, you absolutely need to upgrade it. But hopefully that gives you an idea. So bottom line, you need something to host if you're going to do that at home. So you need a gaming PC, step one. Or you need a cloud computer, so that could be the alternative to a gaming PC. You need something to stream to, like your phone, tablet, or a laptop device like the Surface Pro. And you need a really good network and controller. So those are the basics of what you need physically to get into game streaming. And once you have those, and you might already have a lot of that. So a lot of what we just showed off are things that you already have. So the phone and the tablet, you probably have. The network, you probably already have. And you may need to pick up a controller, but you might have that as well. So you might have everything you already need to jump into game streaming. And if you don't, take a look at the description of this video. So I'll put a link to each of the devices that I just showed off, and those are great starting spots. So if you want something that's really solid, that'll work right away, take a look at those links, and that'll get you started in a way that's very dependable. And until next time, you guys have a good one.